center of the city, in Candelaria exactly. We are with a Russian tourist and we are going to speak a bit about his culture.
So I am Claudia Montoya and it is Diane News. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What is your name?
Anton.
Nice to meet you, Anton.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Well, please tell us about your country. I know you are from Russia.
Yes, Russia is a little bigger than Colombia. Russian is a little bit bigger than any other countries in the world. And entonces we have a huge territory and it's a very old country and we have a huge history and you can visit a lot of interesting places like Moscow, not like Moscow, St. Petersburg, but all other cities as well, very interesting for visit. So what would you like more?
Well, I would like to know how long have you been here?
In Colombia I went 1 month. I went to Cartagena, Santa Marta, Barranquilla, Bogota, Zipaquira, Las Lajas, as well Los City, Ciudad Perdida. All of the cities is very interesting for visit.
And what is the most interesting place here in Colombia that have you visit?
It is very difficult to choose the most interesting place because for me it was very interesting. Los City, Ciudad Perdida, Cartagena, y Zipaquira, y Las Lajas. But the Bogota has a lot of small places. Maybe each place is not so important like Los City, but together you can spend maybe 1 week in Bogota to visit the Teatro Colón. Is very interesting.
So why exactly are you here? Because you just wanted to come, or is there any other reason?
No, I just like visit Colombia because it's a really nice country. I went from Mexico to Venezuela, all countries, Mexico, Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama. In some countries I went more time and in other countries I spend less time. For example, Salvador, 6 days, but I would like Colombia, so I spend more time in Colombia, 1 month. I think it's enough to visit.
And what do you think about the Colombian food?
It's pretty healthy food and tasty food, delicious.
Is it different from of the food that you usually eat in Russia? Is it different?
No, actually a lot different, but I think the most different is mariscos, maybe shell and octopus, maybe some fish from the sea is delicious. Yes.
And what have been the most, like the weirdest food you have eaten here?
Which one?
I don't know, something weird that you have eaten here.
Actually, I don't eat something special because I like traditional food. I don't like experiment on the stomach.
Okay.
So, what kind of transport do you use here?
I went to Cartagena from Panama in ferry. It's a pretty nice ferry. Then I went from Cartagena to Santa Marta in el bus, and I fly in avion from Santa Marta to Bogota. I think the most common, the most comfortable use avion. If the distance is large, if the distance is short, maybe 3 or 4 hours, better use the bus because you can enjoy the beautiful mountain and you can see waterfalls and a huge valley and plantation of coffee and another plantation, and you can see more just life of the Colombian people and all the Colombia if you use a bus. But if the distance is very large, for example 24 hours, is sure definitely better use avion, the plane, because more comfortable. You have to sleep sometimes.
Have you used Transmilenio here in Bogota?
Yes, I use Transmillennium. It's very comfortable because Transmillennium went very fast.
And it has some similarities with your country in kinds of transportation, or is quite different?
No, in Russia we doesn't have Transmillennium, but we have underground because the train went in the tunnel. But in the huge tunnel, maybe the train went in the tunnel maybe 1 hour from one part of Moscow to another, because Moscow is huge. So is a lot of trains went to this tunnel maybe every minute, another train, so you can go very fast.
And
Without traffic jam, without semaphores, because it's just a tunnel. Subterranean, underground.
so what do you think about traffic jams here in Bogota?
Yes, I think there is some problem, but for me it is not a problem because the most interesting places in Bogota is in the center, and so I just can walking from one museum to Cerro Monserrate. And maybe Teatro Colón or maybe Museo Nacional, Museo de Oro. You doesn't need to use any transport because if you live in the center and all most interesting places in the center as well. So I don't have a problem with traffic.
Are you staying in a hotel, in a hostel? In what kind of place are you staying at night?
Yes, I choose one hotel close to Museo de Oro. It's a very comfortable hotel for me, and so I really enjoy. I went to another city, to Las Lajas, and then I returned to Bogota. I prefer stay in the same hostel because the personnel is very friendly and very helpful, and I really enjoy the hotel in Bogota. It's very nice.
Okay, Anton, do you speak Spanish?
Sí, más o menos.
Okay, and do you feel comfortable speaking Spanish?
Sí, puedo hablar español, pero un poco despacio.
You feel that it's easy to speak and understand Spanish, or is a quite complicated language?
Para mí español es un idioma fácil porque es mi tercer idioma y por esta razón puedo hablar y entender, pero un poco despacio.
Okay,
Porque
so
no soy como no es mi idioma nativo.
of course, so speak in English, please. And Anton, I have a question. Well, a favor. We've got to know some idiomatic expressions from your country. So please tell us if you have one in mind.
What would you like to listen to?
Something like, for instance, in Colombia we say friend, like parce. It's a word that in not every single country people know. But for instance here it's quite common. But for instance, in Russia, there is another word to say friends or to when you go to a party, and a special sentence that you usually use.
That is not common for other countries, for people abroad.
So, I mean, when you are learning a language, you know the more common words and sentences for speaking. But when we talk in our mother language, we can say words that many people can understand. That is that we try. For instance, here, pachanga. Pachanga is like say we're going to go to a party, but it's a word that we know because we speak Spanish and almost it's just for Colombia. There is some particular word in Russia that we usually is pretend to learn that language. We say, what is that word?
In Russia, actually, no, because Russia is a huge country, but the Russia has one bigger center, is a country monolith. There is no big differences between in language between one part of Russia and another part of Russia. All Russians speaks the same language. There is no huge dialect.
Okay.
There is the same language. The Ukrainians speak the same language, and the former Soviet Union they speak Russian. Actually, we can understand without problems. There is because all countries listen to radio from Moscow and television from Moscow, and they listen to completely the same program. There is no dialect.
Okay, perfect. So this, and is easy to talk with people here with that weird words sometimes, or you need to say them. Please speak a little slowly,
Or explain me what does it mean.
Usually, for me, it's very easy to speak with Colombian people. If I have to listen to these people, I understand these people. But sometimes maybe I can't understand. Then I have to ask what does it mean. For example, yesterday I went girl, 5 years old maybe, and I started 2 new word as gloves.
Guantes.
Yes, gloves. Every time when you went to country, you have to study new and new, but okay, it's okay.
Okay. Thank you so
I'm
much.
in the process.
Thank you for talk with us about your country and your experience here in Colombia. We really appreciate that. That is so kind of you. So, have something?
No, thank you very much, and please enjoy your visit to our country.
Thank you. Colombia is a great, very beautiful country.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Okay, enjoy.